Hi, I'm gonna teach you how to make your Planetside instantly better in a few seconds with no FPS loss. And I am serious, it's very much possible, and it's nothing new, but for some reason, it hasn't caught on. So here we are. We're gonna be using Nvidia Geforce Experience to increase the color saturation as well as sharpness of Planetside, because fun fact, it looks like poo-poo. So here's a not so fun fact about me. I'm a platoon leader and I hate the sound of my own voice. I don't do videos like this, so this is completely new for me. I got no idea how to set my audio settings. I sound horrible, so it's gonna be an adventure for all of us here. A new frontier, if you will. So my sincerest apologies for a video of such dubious quality. This clip, you can see how Planetside looks by default. This is on maximum settings. It's pretty, it's beautiful, it's colorful. I was here for a while now, and I knew that Planetside was a whole different thing back in the day. There was a larger emphasis on bright colors and particles and so on. And with some of the changes that came with new optimization efforts, Planetside got its graphics somewhat decreased. However, the developers built upon what was there, and now this new graphics style that we can see in the Sanctuary best shows that the game has a lot of promise, because they're making things modern, more colorful than before. They're really building on top of it. However, I believe that it needs that tiny pinch of salt, that tiny boost that we're going to showcase today. First of all, to make this work, you require the Nvidia Geforce Experience program. This is a companion program for your Nvidia graphics card, which is also a prerequisite, not the driver. This is a whole separate program that you must install. Some users do not have this. The program is best used for updating your drivers, for recording, for optimizing your game settings to run better for your system. However, because you can do basic things like optimizing drivers on your own, it's not really mandatory. But it comes with a feature of Nvidia in-game filters on supported games, which there are plenty, not all, but plenty, that we're going to be using for this to work. So make sure you have it installed, restart your PC, and open up Planetside. Now, to open the Nvidia overlay, we're going to press the default shortcut Alt and Z. Here you'll see multiple settings and features that you can use, as well as a performance monitor, instant replay feature, the standard recording, and so on and so forth. The one we're looking for is the game filters on the left. You can also use the shortcut Alt F3. Now what I need to understand is what maniac thought Alt F3 was a good shortcut for anything. It's literally one button away from Alt F4, and that's a completely different function. That's sad. If we press the button, we're going to see the new game filter screen that has a list of styles, filters, a small list of filters to display in, and the done button. The default styles are profiles that are empty, and the off is the neutral setting. We're going to select number 2 for demonstration, because number 1 is in fact the profile that I use. To add a filter, you simply click on the add filter. You will see a drop down menu, and select the filters you want to add. We are going to use details, and then we are going to add the filter for color. Now there's something to note, that these are in fact filters that go over your screen and over one another like layers. This is a program from Nvidia, so your graphics card manufacturer. This is not impacting the game or editing the game or anything like that. I know you're going to be asking in the comments. I've been using this for a year and a half, maybe 2 now. I lost count, but this has not gotten me banned yet. Now let's open the styles 1 setting, which is the ones I am using. And I'm going to show you the settings that you ought to adjust. The order doesn't matter. First, we'll open the details tab. I like to boost my sharpness to 100. My clarity to the default is 70. HDR toning to 0. However, you can put it down for a more cinematic effect if you enjoy that kind of stuff, maybe for recording. And bloom, which is just useless in this case, we put it on 0. On the colors tab, we are going to change tint color to 0 and tint intensity to 0. As you can see, this is how tint works. It's just a color filter over everything. Color technically doesn't matter as long as the intensity is at 0. The temperature, honestly, personal preference. If you like it maybe a little bit more bluish and colder, you're more than welcome to. Default 0.5 is the neutral. Vibrance is the setting we want to edit. Vibrance is all about the colors. I keep mine at 60. That is my preferred number. You can boost them as much as you like. And there we go. These are my settings. Now let me show you how these changes manifest themselves on the example of Field Officer Knightley here, who is so conveniently standing for this experiment. Hey guys, Future Sarlo here. Hi. So I forgot to talk about recording. If you're recording footage from Planetside with filters, there's always a chance that the footage lacks filters, that you will record instead the vanilla Planetside. It happened to me using OBS when I had Planetside as my game source. Well, in reality, I had to set the entire window as a source of video. In Nvidia Geforce for recording, this is not an issue now, but admittedly, I'm not an expert in this field, so if you want to record using Nvidia In-game filters, make sure it works, double check, triple check, and then go for it, cowboy. Now, back to the regular programming. Pro tip, you can use Control F11 to turn off your weapons and Control F10 to turn off your HUD in-game. This is a Planetside feature. Let's look at the officer here. Now, because we increased sharpening, his lines, the lines of his armor, his gloves, some of his textures are much more visible, as well as the grime on his face. This is an unfortunate side effect. Don't worry about it. Using the Alt F3, we'll reopen the menu and we'll turn it off, and you can see the difference. It's gray, it's blurry, it's default. But when we turn on Style 1, all the red colors pop out. Look at his left arm. Look at the TR logo on his left arm and chest. It is a large difference with these bold colors. And this applies to all factions. The NC will get a big boost of yellow tones with this one. Let's take another walk to the Sanctuary top floor. This is the top floor of the Sanctuary, and I really like this place. It's one of my favorite places that they ever made. I love this room. If we turn on filters, all the edges are sharper, all the monitors are more visible, all the space, it's brighter, it's vibrant, the stars pop now. Now you will notice that some of the objects in the center, like the center monitors, are a little bit grainier. That is an effect of our boosted details and sharpening. That's a side effect that tiny objects in the middle appear a bit more sharp technically. Play with the settings, find something that suits you best. But while you're moving, it's almost invisible. You will not notice it, I promise you. Here you can see my model, Tefro. This is his default look. Pretty shiny, but if we turn on the filters, it becomes absolutely gorgeous. His armor shines in the light of space. I guess you can see more details. It is sharp, it is handsome. Literally every single member of your outfit is going to be amazing in screenshots. And if we do the trick I mentioned earlier, Control F10, F11, and if we use a weapon 101x scope and zoom in, we get a small blur effect, and you can make some fabulous screenshots for your entire outfit. Trust me, fellas, your outfit members will be thanking you when they have beautiful material just waiting to be used for various promotion extras. I mean, just look at this. It's f***ing scenic. Here's another example. The Esamir jungle. Looks nice, beautiful, colorful. Filters on. Purples pop, green pop. The Shadowed Warp Gate area. Beautiful hue of greens, turn it on, and you can see bluish greens. You can see all the lines. It's beautiful. This motivated me to make the second anime opening, using this as one of the key pictures because the colors are just fantastic. Containment sites are built in the new style. They absolutely benefit from it. Look at the gray metal, filters on, it now has a bluish hue. The yellows are much stronger. In the distance, you can see yellow lights lighting up areas. Of course, the blue colors are beautiful. Yes, if you look at the lights in the distance, they are a little bit grainy. Again, a side effect of this feature, but not noticeable during gameplay or recording for that matter. Here are some of the hallways up close, the ones we noticed earlier. Beautiful, bright, yellowish lights. Now, boom. Color boost, clarity boost, you gotta love it. And to nobody's surprise, even the flowers dig it. Now just look at this, how happy they are. Now, Hossin is a huge contender, especially at night. The greens, the yellows that come from plants really glow, as well as cordium notes. If we turn the filters on, the greens are beautiful and full. The yellows are full, the cordium notes sparkle in high detail. It's unfortunate I can't get a night mode shot at this time, but it's absolutely worth it. And here we're gonna shoot some targets in the VR training area. This is, well, it's normal, of course. Targets appear slightly blurry. Now it's funny as I say that because they appear blurry to me until you actually make the switch to these settings. You wouldn't notice the difference yourself. And if we turn on the style, the sparks are sharp and bright. The targets are sharp. The blue of the NC stands out against the green of the land. It's a much better experience. And of course, how could I forget Oshur? That's why we're all here. This is Oshur by default. People said it needed a color boost when it literally came out. Now, great news! It's here. It's in front of you. Boom! Oshur is gorgeous. The sea is pristine blue. The green of the island, well, I guess I'm at an odd angle, but it is green. It is beautiful. The red cannons on top of the Giga Bastions, as I like to call them, are fantastic. The glow of the engines, really, you are not getting your money's worth with Oshur if you are not using these settings. And with this brand new frontier ahead of us, I think I can wrap this video up. Thank you for bearing through this absolutely horrible and cringy mess. Oh, and it shoots. Oh, what a recording. What a sight for sore eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, best of luck in whatever projects you're doing, be it ops or memes. And I will see you around Emerald TR, Order Access. We're recruiting. You didn't think I'd finish a video without plunging my outfit, would ya? Haha!